Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever edition of TTTV News and Updates. It's the first of its kind, and a little sketchy right now, so you ride with us and hopefully you enjoy the show. I'm your host, Ben, and it's a rainy Saturday and there's nothing else to do. So we're here today to talk about some of the updates and news going around the tricking community. So let's start off with some news about the gatherings. I'm going to toss it over to our anchor, Ben. Ben?
Thanks, Ben. With summer coming up, there's going to be a lot of gathering news, so I'll try and keep you updated as much as I can. The TXT Gathering 08 has been officially invite only, so if you're hoping to stop by and come, you might have to wait until next year or until you prove some. The UK Devon Gathering 08 is from the August 29th to the 2nd of September, and this is open to anyone. You can expect the who's who of UK tricking to make an appearance. Contact Sir Joe for more info. A Midwest gathering in Indiana has been in talks for a few years now, but it's finally taking shape this year with the announcing that it's going to be going down for the possible dates of June 6th through the 9th, which is the weekend. Notable tricksters such as Everyday Heroes, Tiger, and Schwartz will be making an appearance, and it should be open to everyone, and they'll be staying at Towels free of charge. But aside from all the smaller gatherings going on, two huge mega gatherings are taking place that are just going to dominate this summer with the greatest tricking we've seen so far. This, of course, is what I'm talking about. Loop Kicks Camp 08 and the Hurricane Trickster Gathering 08. Now, interestingly enough, the final days of Loop Kicks Camp has been changed into a gathering. So on the Friday until the Monday of the final days of Loop Kicks Camp, you can come for the gathering and join and trick and experience all the normal stuff that happens at gatherings. Hurricane Tricksters Gathering is going to be going on from June 26th to the 29th. A $1,000 prize is being offered to the winner of the Pro Trickster Division, so that's extremely exciting. You can bet the big names in tricking will be showing up to either one or both of these gatherings. The cost for both of them is $150 each, which is mostly inclusive. If you enjoy tricking, you need to stop by one of these gatherings in the summer, because there's nothing like going to a gathering. It pretty much sets in your mind, hey, I'm a trickster, I've been to a gathering. It feels great. So stop by all these gatherings that you can. This summer seems like the summer to travel. So get out there and trick. Back to you in the studio, Ben.
Thanks, Ben. I truly cannot wait for this summer to happen. It's going to be amazing. And now it's time for a new segment that we have. It's going to be called Clip of the Week. Now what this is we're going to find the coolest clip of the week we can find, and we're going to show it to you. So this week's clip involves Kyle McLean doing a touchdown rise pop hyper 1260 attempt. Now, words can't describe it. Just take a look at this clip. Take a look at it right here. Oh! Amazing, stunning that he would even try that. Now when he gets it, that'll just be... Wait, what's this? I'm just receiving word that a bystander who was there might have another angle on the clip. Can we roll this? Let's roll this. Oh! Wow, truly absurd. Beyond belief. Tune in next week when we have our next clip of the week. For our sampler news, Oddfather is still stickied in the Show Your Vids section of TT. You can go over there and check it out before it gets unstickied. Now, I highly recommend this because this is one of my favorite Ott samplers out there. And now it's time for us to switch it over to Ben, where he's going to talk about the gossip section of TT. Ben?
Thank you, Ben, and welcome to this section of TT TV called the Gossip News and Section. Now, I'm going to be dealing with all the gossip that surrounds the TT forums as we know it. Now we all know about Juju's flirtatious teasing of Towels on the forums. Last week when he changed his name to Flowers, was met with a hail of laughter. It was truly funny. But this week an unprecedented level has been set. When Shingoiki procrastinated to produce pictures of his supposed plow flooring in his own garden, Juju added some incentive by banning Towels until this happens. Now, we haven't had a hostage situation like this since Matt R. quit tricking. We're still waiting for word from Shen about his plyo floor. Skills Out was recently voted as one of the most useful mods of April. Now this is likely due to his current persecution of all Team SF threads and any flame wars going on. Skillset has also added a new policy about bumping threads. Now if you used to like to go through old threads and bumping them with one-word sentences, you're no longer going to be allowed to do this. The thread will be locked and you will possibly receive a banning. So far no one has really complained about this because they were banned. Danny Graham's representation is still claiming injury and recovery on his knee. Now some sources disagree with this when they say there's controversy surrounding this because after the release of his mini sampler from Florida Spring Break, people seem to tend to wonder whether or not he's actually injured. There's been no comment from the Danny Graham camp, but Shishomaru himself has posted that he does not think that Danny Graham is 100% and he's saddened by this. So whether or not he's actually planning a conspiracy to come out with Hurricane Gathering and drop a bombshell, we won't know until then. So try and keep the rumors to a minimum. Or don't and keep me employed. And that's the latest gossip of TT. Back to you in the studio, Ben.
So that's about it for this week's episode, but before we go, we're going to reveal a little info about the Trickster interviews. This week's Trickster interview has been selected and arranged, and it's Ryan Emperor. So, if you don't know who he is, you're about to. So, check it out. That's the end of this week's episode of the News and Updates TTTV. Tune in next week. Whatever. Go watch the Trickster interview. Go to gatherings.